Hi. So, what is the Ignited Summer Challenge? Well, it's the inaugural event of the Igniters Journey program. I just made a video explaining, going through all the stages of the Igniters journey, but I wanted to create an opportunity, well, twofold. One is I really just wanted to get started. I wanted to share this with the world. I had, a few months ago, I had an epiphany, and it was it was building for a while, but I decided that I wanted to leave the film industry. I was a filmmaker, screenwriter, and producer, and really follow my purpose, which I've always known is around health, mental health specifically, but a holistic sort of paradigm of what mental health is. So I take into consideration spiritual, emotional, the mental aspects, and also relationships. So really a holistic approach. So I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. It took me a few months. And actually, what happened is I looked at my history and looked at the different ways that I was able to overcome some mental health issues and also achieve some great things that brought me joy in life. And I realized that the Igniter's journey and the stages that I went through is really something that I can share with the world. And there's a lot of wisdom in there. It's so simple. It's 10 stages. It's something we go through anyways, but it's profound. And when you consciously go through these stages, it's complete freedom. First stage, call to freedom. And I wanted to share it with the world, to be honest. And then the other part is that I'm part of a year-long leadership program. And in that leadership program, every quarter we take on a game in the world. And so I was thinking, well, what can I do for this new initiative that can be done in a quarter? And the quarter happens to end at the end of August. And so it just was a no-brainer. I'm like, well, I'm going to do a summer challenge. So this summer challenge is for myself as much as the participants. So what it is over the course of, it launches June 22nd, but you have until July 5th really to start the challenge. You could start it afterwards, but you're really not going to get enough time to work through all the stages. So every week I'm going to open up in this online community. I'm going to open up one of the stages, and in a variety of ways, I'm going to take you through the stages. And so, like I said in another video, I went through all the stages, but there's 10. Call to freedom and refusal of the call are actually already done. First of all, call to freedom is this summer challenge. So I've already given you your first stage. Call to freedom, take the challenge. Stage 2 probably happened immediately, refusal of the call. Now, what was your refusal of the call? Probably, I don't have time. I don't know what I want to do. I don't understand what this is. Whatever your usual story is, probably came up when you saw this challenge to take on a goal. I just want to relax this summer. I just want to enjoy myself. Well, there is nothing in this challenge that won't allow you to do that. In fact, by the end of the summer, you're going to be so free and you're going to look back on the summer and the gift you will have given yourself is joy. So any of your refusals, just burn through them. Just take action. I always say the antidote to anxiety is action. How do you get unstuck? By just getting unstuck. How do you get out of a rut? By getting up out of the rut. Just take action. And so that action would be to join this challenge. And then step 3 is meeting the mentor. So what I thought I would do, because part of this program that I'm part of is that you need to put a team together. So it was just, again, right there, right in front of me, that meeting the mentor. So I brought together 9 women. I was just choosing people, experts. They just all happened to be women, these entrepreneurs and coaches and consultants that I respect so much. And I wanted ones in different areas so that you could so that they could share with you their expertise in a particular area and that there wouldn't really be too much overlap. So I have a nutrition consultant in there, and Jada, who's put together an amazing menu to help with specifically brain health. But also I asked her to specifically create something for the participants that would help support them when they're taking on big challenges, and specifically around mental health. So she's put together an incredible resource that talks about gut health and hormone balance and all of this in relation to your mental health. So that's just one example. But then there's ones on the business side where, I have a publicist and PR coach who's put together a mindset resource that helps you walk through. And is there anything more challenging than putting yourself out there? So whether or not you're somebody who thinks they need a publicist, going through Lillian is the mentor. Lillian's resource is just going to help you, like even identify the different blocks that you have about putting yourself out there. So there's a variety, and you can actually go into the ignitersjourney.com to see short bios of all the mentors. And if you're already in the community, yay you, and you're gonna get a lot out of these the mentors and what they have to offer. And then of course myself, I'm going to offer, some of the resources that I've used over the years. And trust me, I have an eclectic toolbox of things that can be utilized. And so I won't go through all the stages, but every stage we're going to, throughout the summer, move through them. And so by me guiding you through them with this external goal that you're going to create, really you're learning the process. Of course, I want you to achieve your goal. You can achieve your goal, but the goal is secondary. The actual gift is going to be, one, you get to learn the process, and two, you're gonna go through the inner transformation. Through this process, through the summer, things are going to come up and we're going to release them, and it is going to be profound. So there's not really that much else to know. I know a lot of people are like, I don't understand. What is this? That's a refusal of the call. It's simple. This is a summer challenge. You pick a goal, and I'm going to help you achieve the goal, but not in a sort of like boot camp kind of way, or where I give you the to-do list of what to do in order to achieve your goal. It's actually going to be quite different. We're going to hold the vision of what you want to achieve in our mind and work backwards to see what you need to do in order to achieve that goal. But that's not actually, like I said, the most profound part about this. It's going to be what you're doing to work through it. And like I said, this is not a boot camp. So don't think, I do not want you to be online all summer. That is not the goal of this. So I've tried to make things very simple. I want you to minimize your time inside the online community. Love for you to connect offline. But really, this is, I want this to be the best summer of your life. And for you to either, achieve a massive goal that it's just been lingering there for a while, or take a massive leap towards figuring out what your purpose is, because that is the call. It is always your higher self calling you for more, to grow, to expand. So I hope that answers the question. Again, if you go into the community, there are some free, the first two stages are free. Call to Freedom, I go through and explain that a little bit. Again, I tried to keep things as simple as possible because this is not complicated. This is actually what goes on in your life. And stage 2, refusal of the call. And then once we enter stage 3, it is behind a paywall. So, and the reason I tried to make it really affordable for everybody, because it's not about the money, but there's a saying, you pay attention to what you pay for. So there is a paywall there in order to invest in yourself, commit, and you're going to have a transformational summer. And